A world that's darker than outer space, more mysterious than a locked treasure chest, and filled with creatures and phenomena that are downright mind-blowing. Did you know that we've explored less of our oceans than we have the surface of the moon? I've gathered 50 of the craziest, most fascinating facts about the deep sea that are sure to make you gasp, laugh, and maybe even shiver. So stay till the end and let's dive in. The deep sea begins where sunlight says its final goodbye at about 200 meters below the surface. Down here, sunlight can no longer penetrate, leaving the waters pitch black. It's called the twilight zone, but don't expect sparkly vampires. Beyond this point, it's eternal night, and only the hardiest creatures dare to live here. Imagine living in constant darkness. No sunrises, no sunsets, just pure, unbroken blackness. How would you find your way around? The answer for most creatures is glow in the dark. The ocean holds about 97% of all the water on Earth. That's right, nearly all of our planet's water is in the ocean. The remaining 3% is found in glaciers, ice caps, underground reservoirs, and fresh bodies of water like rivers and lakes. This means that the ocean isn't just vast in depth, but also in its sheer volume. If you've ever wondered why Earth is called the blue planet, this is why. Those deep, salty waters dominate our world. The Mariana Trench. It is the deepest point on Earth, reaching nearly 11 kilometers down. If Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth, were flipped upside down and placed inside the trench, its peak wouldn't even break the surface. And if you dropped a coin at the top of the trench, it would take over an hour to reach the bottom. What's even more astonishing? Life exists down here, thriving under conditions so extreme they'd crush most human-made objects. At the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the pressure is 1,000 times greater than at sea level. That's the equivalent of having 50 jumbo jets pressing down on you. Yet some fish and microbes call this place home. They're secret, flexible, jelly-like bodies that don't crumple under pressure. Scientists are still scratching their heads, wondering how anything could survive in conditions that would crush a submarine. Anglerfish. Anglerfish use a glowing fishing rod on their heads to catch prey in the dark. These deep-sea predators are the ultimate hunters of the abyss. Their light isn't just for show, it's a clever lure to attract unsuspecting prey. And their mouths? Huge, with teeth so sharp they look like they belong in a horror movie. Oh, and fun fact, the tiny males actually fuse to the females for life, becoming little more than sperm-producing attachments. Giant squid. Giant squid can grow up to 43 feet long and have eyes the size of dinner plates. For centuries, sailors told stories of massive sea monsters pulling ships into the depths, but they weren't just tall tales. The giant squid is very real and absolutely terrifying. Those enormous eyes are perfect for spotting prey or predators like sperm whales, their biggest enemy. Who needs fairy tales when real life is this wild? Zombie worms. Zombie worms feast on the bones of dead whales by secreting acid. No brains for these zombies, they're all about the bones. When a whale carcass sinks to the ocean floor, zombie worms move in, dissolving the bones to get to the tasty nutrients inside. It's a gruesome but genius way to recycle nature's leftovers. Their name might sound spooky, but their work is essential for cleaning up the deep sea. Brine pools. They are the underwater lakes that are so salty they can kill anything that enters them. Picture this, an underwater lake with its own shoreline, rippling surface, and deadly secret. Brine pools are like oceans within oceans, but they're filled with super salty water that's toxic to most life. If a fish swims in, it's game over. These surreal, shimmering pools are as beautiful as they are dangerous, like nature's version of a forbidden zone. Deep sea vents. Deep sea vents may hold the secrets to life on Earth and beyond. Hydrothermal vents are where life might have first begun on Earth billions of years ago. They're also one of the few places where life exists without sunlight, relying instead on chemical energy. Hydrothermal vents are underwater geysers that shoot scalding water hotter than 750 degrees Fahrenheit. Imagine volcanic chimneys spewing mineral-rich, boiling water into the icy ocean depths. These hydrothermal vents create oasis-like ecosystems in the middle of the deep sea, where bacteria, giant tube worms, and unique shrimp thrive. What's mind-boggling? These creatures don't need sunlight. They get their energy from the chemicals in the water. It's like finding life on another planet right here on Earth. Since these vents support life without sunlight, Scientists think similar systems could exist on icy moons like Europa or Enceladus. Exploring them is like peeking into an alien ecosystem right here on Earth. Barrel fish. Barrel fish have transparent heads, letting them look through their own skulls. This isn't science fiction, it's real life. Barrel fish have fluid-filled, see-through heads that let them spot prey above while their body stays perfectly still. It's as if evolution handed them a built-in periscope. Can you imagine having a clear skull? That's one way to keep an eye on things. Over 90% of deep-sea creatures use bioluminescence to light up the dark. The deep sea is like a galaxy under the waves, with creatures producing their own light in dazzling displays. Whether it's to attract mates, scare off predators, or lure prey, bioluminescence is the ultimate multi-tool. From glowing jellyfish to flashlight fish, the deep ocean is nature's very own rave party. The blobfish. Blobfish, dubbed the world's ugliest animal, actually looks normal in its natural habitat. This poor guy gets a bad rap because when scientists bring it to the surface, the lack of pressure causes its body to sag into a gelatinous blob. But down in its high-pressure home, the blobfish is compact, streamlined, and well adapted for life near the ocean floor. So next time you see a blobfish meme, remember, it's not ugly, it's misunderstood. Fang-tooth fish. Fang-tooth fish have teeth so big they can't close their mouths. If there were a competition for the scariest smile in the sea, the fang-tooth fish would win hands down. Despite their terrifying appearance, they're actually quite small, about the size of a grapefruit. Those massive teeth are perfect for snagging prey in the dark, where every meal is a precious opportunity. Imagine running into one of these during a night swim. Yikes! Marine snow. Marine snow is a constant shower of organic material that feeds deep-sea creatures. No, it's not the frosty kind of snow. It's a steady drizzle of tiny bits of dead plants, animals, and poop that sinks from the surface. It may not sound appetizing, but for many deep-sea organisms, marine snow is the buffet that keeps them alive. It's a reminder that even in the darkest depths, nothing goes to waste in nature. Deep-sea corals grow slowly but can live for thousands of years. Unlike their tropical relatives, these corals don't need sunlight to thrive. Instead, they feast on drifting nutrients. Some deep-sea coral reefs are estimated to be over 4,000 years old, making them living time capsules of Earth's history. If only they could talk, imagine the stories they tell about the ancient oceans. Dumbo octopus. The Dumbo octopus is the cutest deep-sea creature you'll ever see. With its big flapping fins that look like elephant ears, this octopus moves through the water with a gentle, whimsical grace. It's almost like it's flying under the sea. And despite living in some of the harshest environments on Earth, it has a calm, almost cartoon-like appearance that melts the hearts of anyone lucky enough to spot one. Greenland shark. The Greenland shark is the Methuselah of the ocean, living up to 400 years. This slow-moving predator cruises the Arctic waters at a leisurely pace, earning it the nickname sleeper shark. Scientists believe their extreme longevity is due to their slow metabolism and cold water habitat. Imagine meeting a shark that was alive during Shakespeare's time. Now that's a story worth hearing. The deepest living fish ever discovered thrives at depths of over 8,000 meters. The Mariana snailfish has adapted to live in the most crushing conditions imaginable. Its body is so soft that it would melt at shallower depths, but that jelly-like consistency is what allows it to survive. It's the ultimate deep-sea champion, proving that life can exist in even the harshest environments. Gulper eel. The gulper eel has a mouth that looks like something out of a cartoon. This bizarre creature's jaw is so oversized it can unhinge to swallow prey much larger than itself. When it's not eating, its mouth deflates like a balloon, making it look almost comically harmless. It's proof that the deep sea has a sense of humor when it comes to evolution. Whale falls create underwater feasts that can last for decades. When a whale dies and its body sinks to the ocean floor, it becomes a massive buffet for deep-sea creatures. First come the scavengers, like sharks and crabs, followed by bacteria, worms, and other bottom dwellers. A single whale fall can support an entire ecosystem for years. Nature's way of recycling on a grand scale. Deep-sea sponges filter gallons of water daily and can live for thousands of years. These ancient organisms are like the janitors of the deep ocean, cleaning water and providing habitats for other creatures. Some sponges are so large you could fit inside them, though I wouldn't recommend it. And their long lifespan, a testament to how the slow and steady truly wins the race. The cookie-cutter shark bites perfect circles out of its prey. This tiny but fierce shark leaves its mark, literally, on whales, dolphins, and even submarines. Its razor-sharp teeth act like a hole punch, taking out small, cookie-shaped chunks of flesh. Its harmless-sounding name hides its true nature as one of the ocean's sneakiest predators.